Thailand is now offering free Thai elite visas to a specific group of people who meet specific criteria. What does that mean, and how can you qualify for a 10-year Thai elite visa? If you are a high net worth individual, meaning you have a net worth of at least $1 million, and there's no minimum age requirement, by the way, as long as you're an adult, you may qualify. So having $1 million, at least $1 million in net worth, having an income of at least $80,000 a year, verifiable income of at least $80,000 a year for the past 2 years, you may qualify to obtain this 10-year visa by purchasing real estate worth at least $500,000 in Thailand. If you can do that, then you may get a 10-year visa for Thailand, which is a really good deal. How does it look like if you're older? Let's say you were a pensioner, you're retired, you're 50 plus. Here's the thing. You only need income of $40,000 a year and purchase real estate worth $250,000. So it's a much better deal, but you need to be older. There's no way for you to avoid that age requirement. The good part here is really that, you know, if you would want to purchase the regular Thai elite visa, which is going to cost you what, like 600,000 Thai baht, which translates to $18,000, that would allow you to also stay in Thailand for 5 years, and you could extend it for another 15 years by paying an additional 400,000 Thai baht, you know, before the 5 years expired. Now, this is a way for a lot of people to do it that don't want to prove the net worth requirements and that may or may not have the income. All they need to do is just pay the government, you know, pay 600,000 Thai baht, pay the $18,000 to get a 5-year visa, or roughly $32,000 to get a 20-year visa. So this is a lot more convenient in case you don't want to prove anything at all. But in the event that you don't have verifiable income, in the event that you don't have verifiable net worth, and you don't want to purchase real estate to live in the country, then of course the regular Thai elite visa would be the way to go. The only problem being is that it's a donation to the government. You pay that money to the government and you're never going to be able to recoup that money. The regular Thai elite visa is not a free visa. From a tax perspective, it is a good deal because unless you have money derived from a Thai income source, you're not taxable. Let's say you have a job in Thailand, you work for a Thai company, you have a business in Thailand that you started while you were in this 10-year visa, then of course income derived from within Thailand would be taxable under these conditions. And you know, it's a progressive tax rate from 0 to 35%, depending on how much money you make. But in the event that you have offshore income and you should become a tax resident of Thailand, your overseas income would not be taxable. A distinct advantage indeed. Should you be a professional or run a business in the Eastern Economic Corridor of Thailand, then a flat tax rate of 17% applies. There's also a way for specialists, you know, for people with special skills to obtain this 10-year visa. There are certain requirements, such as being in a specific category that, you know, Thailand considers to be a thriving category, you know, a category where more employees, where more specialists are needed. And that would be one requirement. Requirement 2 is for you to have a verifiable income of at least $40,000. So that income must have been paid by one of your previous employers. I'm not sure if it's true, but I've read in one of the reports published on the internet that Thailand wants to attract over 90,000 investors, so 90,000 people that either purchase real estate worth $500,000 or real estate worth $250,000 if they're 50 years plus. You know, that is a lot of people that the government wants to attract in an effort to, you know, revive money lost during the coronavirus pandemic. But I think it goes a lot deeper than that, because it's not just the money that's been lost over the past 2 years, it's also about building the empire. It's about attracting wealthy businessmen and attracting wealthy investors that have no problem, you know, putting down that kind of money, that want to spend time in the country. So that's one aspect. Another aspect of it is that Thailand wants to turn into a workforce powerhouse. You know, they want to get more really qualified, you know, specialists into the country, people that bring amazing skills, unique skills, and the government set a pretty high bar for that. They want to attract 1 million people with special skills. Over the years, more visas have been made available in Thailand, and now that the government openly welcomes so many people from different backgrounds, you would think that, this is something that could also be a fit for you. Well, the income requirements are not as low as you would think. They are still within a good range for a lot of people to meet them. What do you think about these free Thai Elite visa options? Are there any other options that I may have forgotten to discuss in this video? Leave a comment below and let us know. Make sure you share this video with your friends. It helps me out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'm uploading new videos on digital nomad locations, travel updates, visas, crypto advice, and business advice several times a week right now. I highly recommend that you grab a free copy of my ebook Nomad Elite, the Insider's Guide to Retaining a Life of Freedom. All you need to do is click on the link below the video. And if you got some more time left, check out these videos. Thank you for watching.